He does now. I will fix it up later, but for this, it doesn't matter.
Thank ya.
So, people.
You kids have fun.
You're not playing, Nosy?
I can't. I'm spending time with Bailey outside.
Okay, have fun with Bailey
I'm
outside.
gonna play in the rain.
I even put a picture. I even put a picture on General.
The cutest picture, Seb.
She was adorable.
If we're still playing and you want to join later, just DM me.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
I need my book. My book is important to me right now. Otherwise, none of you get XP, so it's important to you all too. Well,
so
since
glad I
Firefly's not
didn't bring Raph.
interested,
If I had brought Raph, that would be the exact same response from me.
I mean, we'll have fun either way.
So, Huggles. Go ahead and set
welcome.
it up for us.
So, you guys are all sat around the wall, having a drink. Important question though, first of all, can you all see the two buttons at the bottom?
No.
You want to take big red button and not a trap.
No.
No.
I'll press the big red. Just kidding.
Oh, so what you have to do is, if you haven't already got the macro quick bar, you need to check that off, and then you can go in. I can see not a trap.
And there's one called big red button.
Click
Oh, let's see.
Gosh, I got the urge to press it so
in
far.
bar, and that will come up. As far as big red button, I am not seeing it.
I'm not seeing big red button either.
I really
You may
want to
have
press
to
the chat.
Click off and go back.
No, still not there.
Hang on. There you go.
Oh, there it is. Okay. So you just have to click in bar, and then it'll come up along the bottom.
Done.
These are
Oh, if you
important
have
buttons
that.
for you. They
Yeah,
are
and
totally
then you-
not a trap.
Doing what?
So go to collections. It's the button beside the settings on the top of the chat.
Oh.
On the where it says macros, go down to the bottom and click show macro quick bar.
Okay.
And then under anything that you think you would use, well, you for now you at least need big red button and not a trap. The rest of them you can add if you like, in terms of healing potions or bardic inspiration or guidance or whatever.
That's so cool.
Just in general. Yeah, so you just, if you have your macro quick bar added, you can do that, and you can add things like, you can make your own, too, for yourself if you want to add, you know, superiority die or second wind or whatever.
Good idea.
Okay. So, you guys are all sat around the Fearless Wall, and Merlin and Carrick are conspiring in the corner.
Griffin. Griffin immediately gets up and tries to walk away.
The doors slam
Denver
shut.
is on his coattails.
Damn it.
No.
Never cast pass.
Allura looks to Griffin. I could pick it.
Wait, you're here. Who's pushing the tops? Oh god, we left Zoe in charge again, didn't we?
Oh God.
Merlin, you son of a...
I can only see the big
Freya
red
looks
button.
at Karak and says, "No falling in love with me."
He shrugs. Carrick picks Merlin up, puts him on the bar, and you see Merlin tap his throat, and the lights dim. They start to flash. Carrick's moving tables out of the way, clearing a space in the middle of the floor. As Merlin turns to you and says, "I think it's time we had some amusement, don't you?"
Oh shit, he's gonna sacrifice one of us. Run!
God.
I'm only flesh and bone.
I vote the new guy.
There is
I
a
second that.
competition. You'll be faced by several illusions, and you'll need your wit and ingenuity and a few little spare items I have hanging around. Magic's, there's a table stood over to one side.
How long?
And, so, let's start with something simple. Now, everyone roll me initiative. Get your initiative tracker up.
Oh no.
Just so we don't do that. It's that one.
I am. Of course.
Just so we know what order people are doing things in.
Well done, Sefri.
Off to a good start! Yay!
Oh, I rolled well.
Oh,
Hey,
Sefri.
it could have been a natural one, right? Like,
You know, actually, I would have been okay.
there we go.
with
There we go.
that.
There's a 3. I get a 6. Okay.
Can someone roll my initiative for me, please?
Oh, so needy.
Uh-huh.
Your health's all wonky too. Did you fall down the steps?
No.
I pushed him.
I might
It
forget
was
him.
from the spar.
Yeah. I'm not-
You got it, Sev, or do you need me to do it?
It's all you.
Okay.
And now I'm not red box.
Why can't I find rain?
I got it.
Well, it typically comes from the
I've-
sky.
I thought it came
Okay.
from space.
So you got it.
Yep, I found it.
Order this for you. Let's not removal turns. That's not what we wanted to do.
It's
Alora.
not? Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm very sure. Can you push the big red button?
I believe I can.
I don't know where Kitty is.
20. What your first illusionary challenge is. All of a sudden, you look down as Merlin's flashed his kind of hands, and you all look down and you all have mermaid tails, and it's quite
Oh, God.
clearly.
Oh god, aquatism. We've all caught
Oh, no,
aquatism.
it's fish!
I didn't do anything but I'm a fish now.
Oh, this is pretty freaky.
Oh jeez.
And you guys look to the table. Alora, can you press me not the trap button? You might have to read the numbers to me.
Not a.
There's not a trap button?
284, 102, 162, 264, and 256.
Well, I'm right by that. Oh. Get that. Can we not all talk in the chat because I still need to see the numbers? Give me a moment. That is spelt wrong.
Ember's sobbing about not being able to jig anymore.
He also tells you that there is a 2,000 gold prize for the person who amuses him the most. Ah, him and Carrick. Last one. You guys all look to the table and Hubble finds the last item. This is genius. You guys see on the table there's these things. So there's a Mr. Cream's Corn's pimp cane, an opium poppy, Carrick's resume, a puffer fish, and Jeremy Renner's man bag. There are little tags explaining what each and everything is. And you guys have to use these items to get yourself out of the situation of being a mermaid stuck. in the desert.
So you, Huggles, you cut out there. We have to use one of these items to do...
To resolve your current situation or problem of being a mermaid stuck in the desert.
So not necessarily one item, like any of the items in any
You can use
combination.
any of the items. You guys can use multiple items.
Okay.
Wait, we could use magical items? We don't have them.
Doesn't necessarily always have to make sense.
I have already figured out what I'm doing.
Same here.
Fine. Allura, I was gonna say, because you rolled, Fitz gets to go first.
Fitz is very confused right now. I'm a fish, and there's things to do.
You're a fizzard.
I'm a fizzard. I'm a pretty princess. Do I have a bra?
Hi, Delira.
Yes?
Do I have like a fish bra thing? You know? Ooh.
Yes, you do.
Oh, I got a shawl bra. Oh, this is the best ever. I am a pretty princess. So what am I supposed to do?
Essentially, use any one of these items to imagine your way out of the current situation.
I pass. I'm clueless at the moment.
I'm gonna read Carrick's resume.
Okay.
I think we all know what it was.
Ember.
Okay, right. So, 1 second. So, first I climb into Jeremy Rimmer's man bag. I then fill the desert with all the blood from Kirk's resume, since he did a lot of wet work. Using the puffer fish as a, how do I put this? A propellant, I deflate it, and using the pimp cane to steer myself, you know, like the
Like a gondola?
whatchamacallits, like the gondolas, and I make my way out of this desert, which is now an ocean of blood, and I get myself really stoned once I hit the exit.
Okay.
Oh.
WC Schaefer.
Okay, so I have my own corn. I have my own plan.
Hey, all corn
Then clap.
is made by Orville and Claire Redenbacher, okay?
This is true.
Sorry, I have my own plan. That's what I meant to say.
Does he have a pimp cane now?
Yeah.
I have.
Already
It's like
said.
Epi's plan, except backwards. I do opium for inspiration. I put cream corn on my head so that I can dye my hair. Now I'm a very pretty woman. Isn't that pretty freaky? Okay, so now I go to the nearest most public place. Of course, keep myself up with a pimp cane. And I put the pufferfish in my shirt. And then I pretend to have some... And I pretend... And then I poured Carrick's resume on me. And then I hope to God that they think I'm a woman. So that they could... And then I hitchhike.
Okay. Merlin Caps. Ira.
Oh man! Well then, first off, I'm just gonna take Carrick's resume and something that's filled with blood or something like that, and just like, just pour it over my head, try to dye my hair, and then take the pufferfish, call it flounder, and just like try to ease myself into Jerry Ramirez's man bag and just sitting there as if like, oh yeah, I'm a mermaid. I can't move much, so I'm holding. Just pretend I'm in a Disney World ride. You see a Little Mermaid sitting in the bag, and I have like the opium poppy like in my hair, trying to make myself trying to look pretty, and the cream corn's pimp cane is somewhere possibly inside the bag, hoping to use it to ease myself so I can turn around and try to animate myself as like one of those animated machines like in the Disney World rides.
Okay. Again, Merlin sits there, he claps, drinking his ale. Pyrrha.
Pyrrha is going to take the pufferfish, use Carrick's resume on the pufferfish to make it inflate, because clearly Carrick has been working in the tavern for this entire time, so the resume has to be full of hot air. She's going to use the opium poppy to get the pufferfish high so that it'll go into the air, attach Jeremy Renner's man bag to the underside of it, making a floating sort of like hot air balloon, and then she's going to use Cream Corn's pimp cane to guide it out and towards the exit of the desert.
Okay. Carrick gives you a bit of a dirty look at this, but Merlin thinks it's the most amusing thing he's seen in a while. In you go.
I'm not a creative man. So I'm going to solve this like a riddle I read once. I want to take the pimp cane. Like, how thick is this pimp cane?
No, it's a US thing. Guys might know.
It's normal cane dimensions.
Okay.
Whatever those are.
Okay. Okay. So, Inigo's going to snap this thing in half. Two halves make a hole. He's just going to hop out of the hole of the illusion.
Merlin shakes his head. I think you but how do you do this round?
Huh?
Tenon.
Well, Tenon figures that it's already pretty trippy, so he might as well just take more drugs. So,
as Tenon would.
As Tenon would. He's going to, now, since he's very stoned, more so than usual, you know,
I have a question though. Did you bring Elan and Sindor? Are they set off to one side?
I don't know.
Just advocating if we're doing drugs in front of children here.
Uh-huh. Obviously, he wouldn't do it, but also, it's an illusion.
Oh, he would do it.
They're at home.
Yeah. So, at this point, Carrick's resume, I mean, Carrick's been around, right? It's pretty big.
Hmm?
So he's going to, since he's kind of floating now, he's going to use the bag and the cane to build a sail, and the resume to build like a surfboard with sail on it, and then he's going to use the pufferfish to blow like a what's it called, like a bellows, and blow into the sail and surf sail out of the desert.
Hey. Merlin claps his hands. Genius, ingenious. Griffin.
So Griffin is going to only need one item to get out of this. He's going to pick up Cream Corn's pimp cane, and the second that Ember has this entire thing built and ready, he's going to beat her, toss her out of it, and then take her contraption and leave. Done.
Is there any Griffin would? And Sepri.
Okay, she is going to use Cream Corn's pimp cane, kind of like a set of skis. The puffer fish, she will attempt to use it sort of as a bit of a propeller, she will turn Jeremy Rimmer's man bag into a bit of a wind sail and use the hot air from Carrick's resume to cause a gust of wind necessary to kind of push her along. And she will use the opium poppy as a direction out of the desert because it would be naturally attracted towards anything green.
Nice. Again, Carrick gives you the bit of the dirty look for thinking his CV's full of hot air. But Merlin, again, is...
She blows him a kiss and says, "You're still my favorite."
And Laura.
Laura will look over Carrick's resume. Curiously.
Nice. She gets lots of, she probably raises an eyebrows at a few of the jobs on there.
Nice. Okay. She'll put the pufferfish in the man bag, and she'll take the cane and have the Carrick's resume with her. Put the popium in there, the opium poppy in there. Feed it to the pufferfish, and then she'll poke the pufferfish, holding onto the strap of the handbag, and away we'll go.
Nice. I like that you fed the pufferfish as well.
He has to eat.
Okay. Merlin's laughing. Setsun again. He'll wave his arms. The desert disappears. You are no longer a mermaid. And
Zephyr actually kind of looks upset at that.
You get to push the big red button.
Yay!
Okay.
And 8.
Oh, okay.
That's not worrying.
Not at all.
So, he waves his hands, and you all kind of look around as the room fills with water, and all of a sudden, you guys find
now
yourself...
we can't be mermaids.
No, what the fun in that be?
Typical.
I'm going under.
You find yourself in a shark-proof cage, surrounded by great white sharks, and the doors swing open and fall off. You can all breathe fine, so you don't need to worry about that. Roll me the not a trap button, because it's definitely not a trap. Okay. Alright, and scroll back up.
It rolled twice.
I've started on the second one, so that's what you're getting.
Okay. I mean, it really is the definition of a trap. I think I've seen this happen in a temple before. You know, you get trapped in a cage, the cage drops into water, gates fall away, sharks.
A villain monologues.
I'm pretty sure that was a James Bond film, actually.
Replace them all with sea bass and you get an Austin Powers film.
Sharks with freaking laser beams on their head.
Laser sharks.
Now, if you had said sharks with freaking laser beams, I would have been happy.
I wish you all good luck. Seen the items. Oh, this is gonna be messy.
Oh, perfect for Ember.
Last one. So, you guys look over to the table again. And you spot a retractable tape measure, or necklace, Keith Richards' liver, false-acting laxatives, and a duck whistle.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I have so many ideas.
Oh god.
And Schaefer, we'll start with you.
Oh, great. Retractable tape measure, pearl necklace. Okay. So, since we're in the shark cage, and this situation is pretty stupid already, I'm going to take the laxative to make it less full of shit.
I'm not sure that'll make it less full of shit, really. But okay.
It'll make him less full of shit.
This is true. This is very true.
I'm going to use measuring tape to measure just how far I've gotten myself into. And I'm going to use the pearl necklace because I've already worn enough women's clothing already. And the duck whistle. So maybe if I survive this, maybe I won't just be waddling, I'll have friends.
So we're trying to entice the sharks with the pearl necklace and the duck whistle.
No, I'm saying if I survive this, I'll have ducks, and then I won't be the only one waddling.
Oh, okay. Just on the off case. Merlin looks a little confused about this strategy, but he nods. Alright.
Alrighty then. Okay, so I'm going to take the fast-acting laxatives and somehow infuse it with Keith Richards' liver, and then just throw it like out into the sharks to see if they're going to eat it. Actually, no wait. Use the that's what it is. Use the retractable measuring tape to see how far out I can go. Takes the duck whistle and it blows into it, hopefully to get, make sure that the noise will distract the sharks from not noticing, oh yeah, I'm here, and then just like try to escape that trap.
Hey. He nods as the sharks chase off the imaginary liver. Pyrrha.
Pyrrha is going to pack Keith Richards' liver with fast-acting laxatives. She's going to feed the liver to the sharks. She's going to use a retractable measuring tape on the furthest distant item from her and use the measuring tape to pull her towards that object and away from the sharks. And once she's able to get a safe distance away from the sharks, she'll use the duck whistle to call for help.
Okay. Merlin claps, nods. In you go.
Okay. Now, the sharks have already eaten this laxative-infused liver a few times now, so their stomachs must be pretty hurting. So I'm going...
That's a fair assumption.
Yes. At this point, I will also use the duck whistle, but for a different purpose. I will then summon a legion of ducks to attack these sharks, who can't fight because they have tummy aches. And while they are distracted, I will swim away.
Nice. Merlin looks he's a little bloodthirsty, but okay. Looks determined. Poor ducks.
Let's see. Well, drugs have solved his problem so far. He will use, he will cut open Keith Richards' liver and release all of the drugs and alcohol into the water around the sharks, getting them all high. Nice. He will wear the necklace because he makes it look good. He will also wear the oh yeah, okay, so he'll use the duck whistle as well. He's gonna start a rave party with the sharks while they're distracted and high, and hand out the laxatives, telling them that it's E. And then when they're very distracted, he will use the retractable measuring tape to hook onto a far-reaching object as possible and pull himself away.
Nice. Merlin looks very approving of the plan and the rave. He's got a little into the rave himself.
Good side trans.
Yeah. Griffin.
So I'm just gonna apologize now. just in general, I'm gonna apologize. All right.
To the sharks.
Just to everyone right now. Because I saw this and I thought of an idea. It's terrible. It's obviously terrible. Firefly, please deafen yourself for a few minutes. Griffin is going to, step 1, drop his pants. Step 2, he's going to take the duck whistle, kind of just put it behind while he takes the fast-acting laxatives. He's going to entice the sharks near him with Keith Richards' liver. Already high from cutting it open, Griffin thinks this is a good idea. As soon as they get near him, he takes the retractable measuring tape to make like another octopus-like arm, and as the laxatives hits, spreading out through the duck whistle and a bunch of different things, he inks the sharks with poo as he skits away.
Okay.
I am rendered.
Does he get extra XP for being the most disgusting?
Maybe.
There you go.
And I don't know how you're following that, Sefru, but
Okay, I am going to take. I will actually not be using the fast-acting laxative in this one, but I will be using Keith Richards' liver, and I'm actually going to attach it to a retractable measuring tape, so that I can form sort of like, leading a carrot on a stick type of thing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the duck whistle to call one of the sharks to me, and using the pearl necklace basically to harness it like around the shark. I'm going to ride the shark using this carrot on a stick, this liver on a stick, and ride the shark out of the situation.
nice.
When life clerics turn to necromancy.
Yeah. So we're not jumping sharks here. We're just riding them.
Oh. Only one person involved laxative so far. Allura.
Oh, I think she muted herself.
Is she back? Firefly.
I mean, you told her to deafen herself.
No, she's not deafened or mute.
Oh, okay.
She's the typing.
Mm-hmm.
Firefly, can you speak?
You can jump right back around. We'll go on to Ember and come back. Ember.
So,
Are you flinging crap
Ember's-
at these poor sharks?
I feel bad for these sharks. I mean, they've really had a crap time.
I don't know. Intended to come to a rave.
There's that. But he then gives him E, very reminiscent of a particular movie with whatchamacallem? He wore kilt. Samuel L. Jackson gives him E. Turned out to be laxative. But anyways, she's going to entice the sharks to swim over in one direction with the liver. And she's going to swim up to the surface while they're kind of after the liver and extend the measuring tape, because we all know the Fonz jumps over sharks. So as the Fonz goes by jumping over the shark, she latches on with the measuring tape. And as she gets pulled up out of the water and there's now circling sharks, she uses the duck whistle to summon a duck and lasso it with the pearl necklace, and uses the laxative on the duck to basically turn the duck into a duck rocket and project. project yourself to the nearest source of land while the sharks now eat the fawns.
So you killed the fawns?
Yes.
I should take away XP for that.
Nope.
That's a little Nicky moment right there.
Ah,
Yeah, aren't you supposed to
I'm
be
just
a
writing a note. Killed fawns.
Just write down the notes. Ember killed the fawns.
Ah,
Yep.
Merlin shakes his head at the death of the fawns.
Hey, I'm the only one who gave
went
them
way
a
back.
No happy
non-
days anymore.
I know.
I'm the only one. I'm the only one who gave them a non-drug laced meal by giving them the fawns.
Actually, no, because Zephyr
Keith
didn't use the
Richards'
laxative
liver.
either.
I didn't
No,
feed them at all.
That's what he's talking about.
It's-
Keith Richards' liver is full of drugs.
Yeah.
That's why I gave them the fawns. I gave them something organic.
I'm really not sure you call something with
Free range.
organic.
Yeah.
Okay. Allura.
Okay. Allura will feed the poor Keith Richards' liver to the sharks, and she'll swim up to the surface. Then she'll use the duck whistle to call for ducks, and because it's D&D, they're probably like massive pterodactyl
They're
ducks.
Look!
giant ducks, yeah.
The ducks!
Dire ducks. She calls dire ducks.
Yeah.
Giant
They're
dire
the,
ducks.
they're the giant eagles from Lord of the Rings, just as ducks.
Yes.
Gad's face shows up in the background.
And she'll give him a pearl necklace and the laxative and lasso them with the measuring tape, and we'll fly off.
Yeah. Okay. Merlin claps his hands, and the illusion disappears. Somewhere there are some very ill sharks swimming in an ocean. Eva, would you like to press the big red button?
If I could see it.
You need to go to...
It's supposed to be on the top left corner, right?
Yeah, if you go
Bottom.
next to...
It's the bottom for me, down like
Yeah,
where the names,
mine's
below
the
where the
bottom.
names are.
I can't see it at all.
Have you got the macros up?
Select. I gave instructions earlier. You have to go to the collections icon.
Collecting?
Then
Like
click.
the macros?
Yeah.
Yes.
Then click Show Macro Quick Bar. And then
Oh, big
click
red
in
button.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. 11. Oh. That's... I don't even know.
It double rolled again.
It did?
Mm-hmm.
You might
so
have the
what-
macro set to roll 2.
Oh, it did.
Nice.
Whoopsie. Then I pressed the not a trap button.
Give me 1 second. We will take... I will look at both of them and see which one I like more. Oh. I feel bad, but it's going to be this one. You see Merlin clap his hands, and you guys start to feel a change. And moments later, you realize you're all really cute baby seals. And there's a sign.
That's pretty freaky, man.
There's a sign. It says clubbing season.
Oh no. Oh no. Do we at least get a violin?
Roll
Hey,
me
we're in
the not,
Essex.
roll me the not a trap button. please.
Okay. Not a trap. There we go.
If I read these out, can someone else write them down for me?
Sure.
Thank you. 44.
You have the scribe.
44 again, you have the fast-acting laxatives.
We got him again?
No. Zeb is happy.
A stolen passport. Michael Jackson's Money Baubles.
What?
I presume that's Monkey Bubbles, and I've missed a Bubbles. Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bobo.
It's the monkey.
Bobo,
Yeah,
the
he's
monkey.
a monkey.
Bubbles. Oh yeah.
Seb's house. Yes. We rolled Seb's house.
On the,
Oh, dear
on
Lord.
the Clubbing Baby Seals one, and I live in the frozen north. Oh god.
And Teletubby Toast.
Tubby Town. Wait, were we talking about like 2 days ago?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That's what I was doing when you were talking about it.
My plan's already gone. We got it. I already have my
Oh
plan.
gosh.
We barely even finished. I already have a plan. This is terrible.
So, Irith, we are starting with you.
Dear God.
So, little seal, what are you doing? Merlin looks on expectantly as you all.
Okay then. So I'm gonna take that Teletubby toast and make the little oh, I can't remember what they're called, but it has a smiley face things on them. Add it with a fast acting laxative. I'm gonna eat that. Gonna get the stolen passport to pretend like, yeah, I'm this person kind of thing. And then with a monkey bubble for Michael Jackson's monkey bubble, I'm gonna strap him onto myself in case if I started flying, he could just grab onto the trees and start swinging by. And then once the time comes, I will rocket myself out of Seb's house onto possibly some trees and possibly been swinging away with the stolen passport in my hand. Actually, no, in my mouth, with with Bubbo swinging me along the way, escaping the clubbing.
Okay. Okay. Merlin claps, nods, and gestures to Pyrrha.
Pyrrha is going to take the Teletubby toast. She's going to load it up with laxatives, feed it to Michael Jackson's monkey Bubbles, end up using Bubbles as a distraction, use a stolen passport from one of the clubbers because, you know, Tenon definitely wants those clubbers around. And then she's going to fly to Sev's house and hide there because people at Sev's house are obviously cooler than hanging out with these clubbers.
Okay. And Merlin nods, and you go.
Alright. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to infuse the laxative into the Teletubby toast and then feed it to Bobo. And as he's throwing shit all around Seb's house, I'm going to use the stolen passport and replace Bobo at Michael Jackson's indoor wonderland because everyone knows it's safe there.
Okay. Okay. Merlin nods. He likes your ingenuity. And
I
Tenon.
have some cleaning to do.
Alright, Tenon is good at Momo's helping. Tenon
Boys. Is she
is
coming?
going to yes, she is helping. She's rubbing her head on the phone. He is going to use the stolen passport to convince everyone that he is in fact a DJ from Europe. He is going to turn the clubbers into a different kind of clubber. And they're going to, and I mean, clearly he's a famous DJ because he has his own monkey. And they're going to go to Sev's house and party. Turn Sev's house into a club that specializes in toast because that makes about as much sense as everything else. And they're gonna party.
Okay.
He doesn't want to get away if it's gonna be a good party.
Merlin wanders over to you and asks for tickets.
Merlin can totally get in.
Griffin, what are we doing?
Okay. So I'm a seal. I look to my best friend and partner in crime, Michael Jackson's Monkey Bobo, And it says, apparently we have another celebrity to kill. He looks down to see the slice of Teletubby toast and decides that it's clubbing season. He goes and finds all of the Teletubbies, and as they are trying to be friends with me, I force feed them all of the laxatives, rendering them helpless and unconscious for all of the clubbers. As the Teletubbies are slowly beaten to death and clubbed repeatedly, the seal and Monkey Bobo, we go back to my house, where I plan to plot and kill every single one of you.
Oh my god.
I've unlocked layer actions.
That is fair. Merlin nods. He is somewhat appreciative of the death of the Teletubbies. And Zephyr, we move to you.
Okay, she will use the Teletubby toast to basically entice Bobo with it. And while he's busy chewing down on that, she's going to basically disguise herself as Bobo by, taking, his clothing and stuff like that, thereby assuming Bobo's identity and, of course, using that stolen passport that is a part of Bobo's identity. She will use it to make it to Sev's house where she can hide under the bed.
Yeah, okay. Merlin nods, smiles, laughs. And we go to Allura.
Alright. Allura's the little seal. So she'll look to Bobo. She'll take the laxatives and put them on the Teletubby toast. And she'll go up to Sev's house, introduce her and Agent Bobo as members of the Fin, Fur, and Fowl Bureau of Investigation. And they are tracking a Teletubby toast laxative lacing ring. And I show them the stolen passport and say we need to use their telephone to call for our ride home. Which we do so.
Nice. Merlin laughs, applauds. It was a genius plan. And we go to Ember.
So, Ember's going to entice Bobo over with the Tubby Toast, but that's secretly been spiked with laxative. So, he ends up, going, eventually collapsing. And since I'm a seal, I climb up high and use my ever so slightly fat and chubby body to club him to death. I then proceed to skin it and wear a monkey suit and proceed to move around Europe and the world, committing crimes, pretending to be Bobo. Eventually winding up at Sev's house, because we all know Sev's armed to the teeth, in a last stand against cops, and for some strange reason, Bobo's next of kin, going out in a blaze of glory.
Merlin looks slightly horrified. But he nods.
Not
And
very
Shava.
you.
Okay, so here's the plan. I offer Bubbles toast since, he was a neglected monkey, because Michael Jackson kind of had him taken away. Anyway, continuing. I will him over because he was neglected, and I take a laxative and then excrete the crap out so I could fly out of the country while staying in the arms of an angel, and I use my passport so that I could, not get evicted. And if they chase me, I leave another character concept in front of Sev's house and say the clubbers did it instead.
Merlin nods, smiles, claps. We started with Ereth, did we? I believe we
Yes, we did.
did. Okay. Again, Merlin claps his hands. It disappears. You're all no longer cute baby steels. Or steels dressed as monkeys. Armed to the teeth. Shooting at cops. And will you press me the big red button? We've had that one. Do you want to press it again? 12. So Merlin claps his hands, and you look down, and your form has been changed again. You're now a zombie, and you look over, and there are a group of Ventures just like you. Really are surrounding you, readying firebolts.
Oh shit, murder hobos.
Press the not a trap button. What are you gonna have to help you get out of this? Again, can someone
Got a mouth or
9.
Okay.
You have a T-Rex leg bone. A radio-controlled toy drone. I have missed one. A retractable. Oh, you got the retractable measuring tape again. A Flash's Mac. And an e-cigarette, which is tiramisu flavored.
What is a flasher's Mac?
As in a flasher. Someone who flashes people. And
You know, the big
Oh, a
trench coat?
trench coat.
Yeah.
A trench coat. Okay. Sorry, that's not. We don't use the word Mac in North America, so. No, it just made me remember what that means. So yes.
Wait.
Trench coat.
Where?
I said we don't use the word Mac in North America in that way.
There will be some cultural things in here, because there are some UK things, so if you need anything, like, clarified, like, do shout. So, those are your items. Okay. And Pyrrha, you're going to start us off.
Alrighty, I am going to.
How is Zombie Pyrrha going to deal with these adventurers?
I'm going to send the radio-controlled toy drone high up into the air with the T-Rex leg bone attached to it, hanging down at a distance by the retractable measuring tape, and the Flasher's Mac basically like shouldered across the leg bone so that it looks like some sort of strange creature. I'm going to use the e-cigarette to produce smoke so that it looks like some form of like Sev undead creature flying through the air. And I am going to use that as a distraction and get away while they go chasing after this apparently lich-like creature from a Sev one-shot.
Nice. Merlin claps, nods, looks amused. And Inigo.
Yes. I will don the Flasher's Mac, and I will use the radio-controlled toy drone to fly around the adventurers, thereby distracting them. And everyone knows murder hobos kill anything that moves. And while they're distracted by this radio-controlled toy drone, I'm going to use the e-cigarette to like continuously like puff smoke into the Flasher's Mac. And when the inside of this trench coat is nice and full of smoke, I'm going to flash, filling the hallway with smoke, and I'm going to run away in the meantime.
Merlin looks on, nods at the ingenuity.
Now I have to BRB. I have to go to my grandma's house and finish this thing off.
Okay. Tenon is gonna put the trench coat on. He's gonna just enjoy the cigarette, because it's funny. He's going to use the T-Rex leg bone as a prop. He will then flash the adventurers with the leg bone in the appropriate place. He will, while they are standing there in shock, he will use the measuring tape to hook himself on the toy drone and fly away. Dramatically smoking as he does.
Nice. Merlin looks a little shocked at the flashing, but appreciates it. Claps and moves to Griffin.
Hello.
Yeah.
So, what's the situation one more time?
You're a zombie surrounded by a group of adventurers who are all readying their firebolts.
Oh, okay, firebolts. Excellent.
Yeah.
So,
I did say flamethrowers, but I kind of made it more D&D related.
yeah, it was great. I use I put it in my hands. Hold on. I use the retractable measuring tape to measure out a proper distance for a batter's box, or lining the adventurers up, saying, at least if you're going to kill me, let's play a game of baseball first. Since I take a nice long drag of my e-cigarette flavored, just kind of savoring that last thing in. All the while, I've attached the T-Rex leg bone to the radio-controlled drone, and as I'm slowly stepping into the batter's box, it drops the drone. The drone drops the T-Rex leg bone, perfectly crushing all of them at once. And I just take another drag of my cigarette as I turn my back to the radio-controlled drone. As Michael Bay's my production lead, and it explodes, and I'm too cool to look at that explosion, walking slowly towards the camera.
Without looking
Merlin
back.
tips his hat.
Of course.
He appreciates a good bit of drama. And then he looks to Sefri.
You want drama? Okay. Let's do this. Okay, so she's going to use the Flasher's Mac to make her actually look like a sand person from, a very well-known franchise. And she will actually use the T-Rex leg bone and sort of hoist it above her as this sort of display of ungodly strength. But in the meantime, sort of while these adventurers are totally distracted by this display of power and the her that she's doing, the radio-controlled toy drone has the retractable measuring tape attached to it, and it will quickly buzz around and tie up the group. And she will actually use like the e-cigarette smoke for, sort of effect as she, tosses this T-Rex leg bone at the group to pin them, to restrain them as she, slowly kind of lumbers away.
Merlin nods, smiles. He's clapping away at you.
Would you like me to roll a performance for my sand person performance?
Yes. Yeah, it's pretty impressive. They're buying it. As they look down and they're all of a sudden tied up with a measuring. So, Allura.
Laura will put on the trench coat. She will attach the retractable measuring tape to the remote-controlled drone, throw it up in the air, and then have it spin around so she can knock the adventurers back a little bit so that they're surprised and whatnot. And then she'll blow smoke in their face and take the leg bone and run for it.
Nice. Merlin laughs, nods, smiles. Allura's name on my list. We go to Ember.
So, Ember, zombie. Ember is going to. She's going to remove her head and arms and attach them to the Orsi drone. She's going to prop what's left of her body up with the bone and cover it in the mac, and use the measuring tape to tie it all together. And attach the e-cig to the back of the Orsi drone. So as she makes her getaway, flying the drone off into the distance, there's like a smoke trail. And the adventurers are just attacking the dummy prop that used to be her body.
Merlin quirks an eyebrow, but smiles and nods. When we go to Schaefer.
Okay, here we go. So first, I'm going to use the flavored cigarette. Hopefully, it's salt flavored, and I'm going to use that. But I'm going to use it to summon Yaha by mixing it with measuring tape, exactly 5 foot 4 inches. And then I'm going to toss Yaha a bone for one of the few times, and I am going to use the radio-controlled drone to fly away as she, once again repeats the same thing that happened last one shot.
Stands defiantly.
I thought she was tossed plenty of bones. Or, oh, never mind, that was just boning. You're welcome, Peppers.
Thank you.
Merlin nods, smiles, and we go to Ireth.
Alright. She's gonna don on the Flasher's Mac and use like the e-cig to almost make it like a smoke bomb. She throws it down the ground and creates smoke, hopefully to blind the adventurers. Then with the T-Rex leg bone, she basically like hoists at them, knocking them down like bowling pins. Then, like Batman, she uses the retractable measuring tape as a
Excuse me, but you must say his name in the proper voice.
I'm Batman.
Thank you.
I can't remember that thing, but like basically to shoot at the radio controlled toy drone and basically hoist herself off, and she just like looks at the things and says, "I'm Batbear."
Okay. And we go to Pyrrha as Merlin smiles and Gay nods, laughing a little with Carrick.
So you need me to click the big red button?
Oh no, we are back around to your turn, aren't we?
Yep.
I do need you to press the big red button. I forget where we are.
Bloop.
Ooh. Oh dear. So, again, Merlin dispels the previous illusion. And perhaps the times again. And you guys, admittedly, on yourself, don't realise straight away what's wrong. But you turn to the person next to you and realise it's the night before your wedding. And your so-called best man has tattooed a penis on your forehead.
And not a trap?
Yes, please. Okay.
Oh, we got 2 of them. 2 267s.
Roll me a D129. As I will start.
1D129?
Yeah. So we have a servant's bell.
Servant's bell?
Yep.
Okay.
A golden egg-laying hen. Fart in a jar. A tub of March. And holy water from... I don't know what that is, so we're gonna go the Temple of Cord. And then to your items. So, we are going to start with Inigo is holding Tenon.
Sorry, I'm switching computers here. What were the items again? Yeah,
Servant's Bell.
Okay.
A golden egg-laying hen.
Okay.
Fart in a jar. Tub of Marge. And holy water from the Temple of Cord.
And the problem?
That is a good point.
It's the night before your wedding, and you have a drawing of a penis on your forehead from your best man.
Oh, okay. Well, I will summon the servants to come help me clean myself off. And then I am going to get the best man good and drunk, and use the margarine. Did you say it was?
Yep.
And then something about it. What was it? A chicken?
Golden egg-laying hen.
Oh, a golden egg-laying hen. Sweet. Okay. That's just gonna be my buddy. Who's gonna lay a bunch of eggs. All the eggs I will use to pay some people to help me prank the best man. And we will, so he'll wake up covered in margarine, let's say, possibly at the top of a hill that leads down into a lake, so that the margarine will make him very slippery, and he will he'll wake up only to slide down the hill the lake. Get him back.
Merlin nods to the prank, enjoys it, watches. And we go to Griffin.
Okay. So, Griffin immediately starts with the golden egg-laying hen. And he actually walks up to Merlin. And says, I just need a spell scroll of Tiny Head. I just need to make the head small. And I trade him the golden egg-laying hen for the spell scroll. I go find the best man, and I use the spell scroll of Tiny Head on his head. So now it's concentration 1 minute. So I make sure that it's just about jar size. So I make sure I take the Tub of Marge and make sure that I get his head inside this fart in a jar so that all he can smell is fart. I then tie his hands to his feet with the servant's belt. So all this guy can do is smell farts. I then finally take out the holy water from the Temple of Cord and just wipe away the marking of a penis on my forehead while my best man smells farts and is hogtied.
Fair enough. Merlin smiles, nods, pets the hen. I don't think you're seeing the hen again. That's now Merlin's. As we go to Zephyr. Me or is Kaylin not speaking?
Can't hear.
Kaylin is muted.
Can't hear.
Hey, Firefly.
Hey.
Hugs.
Hugs.
Okay, so does this mean I don't have the golden egg-laying hen anymore?
There's a second one that pops up.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Yeah, pretty much. Ooh, piece of candy. Okay, I will actually use the Tub of Marge because we all know that most markers and stuff like that are, they're sort of oil soluble. And even though even margarine is not, technically, it's canola oil. I know this. So I'm going to use actually the margarine to, for sure get the marking off my head before I take up the golden egg-laying hen, and I will use this to entice my best man into sitting into a chair, where I quickly tie him up to the chair with the servant's belt. And I'm going to basically put the fart in a jar, like right next to his face as I start to splash him with holy water and basically tell him to repent for what he's done.
Repent! Repent, I say!
Repent, you sinner!
Dad starts spinning around and he starts throwing up pea soup.
What a great movie.
The Exorcist.
What a great movie. Who knew pea soup was so good?
Merlin chuckles. He laughs. And we go to Allura.
Okay. Allura will go and find a wizard and offer him one of the eggs to do prestidigitation on her forehead so that it doesn't have a mark on it. Then she'll go back and find the best man and hand him the tub of March and the holy water and the fart in the jar and tie it all together with the serpent's belt and then push him.
Okay. Merlin nods, laughs. And Ember, how are you extracting your revenge?
So, I've woken up with this tattoo on my forehead, correct? A tattoo. Yeah. So, can't really reuse it. Can't really reuse it. Is it a permanent tattoo or one of those things that kids get in a? Are
you asking if it's henna?
No, the the non-permanent ones, the ones that you get
henna.
That's henna.
Yeah. No, not henna. The
There
ones
is another one, but we'll call it henna for now.
Oh, the sticker kind, yeah.
Yeah. So it's not permanent. Anyways, so cleans herself up, gets rid of the tattoo with the water. Going to walk down the aisle, like a boss. I've got a golden egg-laying chicken. Don't really need vengeance. But while my best friend is kind of distracted, or best man, I'll have one of my family members, probably one of my character's brothers, tie the belt around his legs, open the fart in the jar and slot it down the back of his pants, and as he goes to turn, have his feet covered in marge, and so he trips, falls, stings, and I walk laughing because I've got an egg that lays golden eggs. I think in the end, I'm the one who wins here.
Now that just depends on who you're marrying. Merlin
Who is he marrying?
I don't know.
Looks toward. Nope.
There was no plot.
I don't want to.
There was no plot involved in this one shot, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, all right. Let's be honest here. We're all
There's another
adults.
singles game. That's what it is.
This will amuse me. We'll do this. Merlin nods, laughs, agrees. As we get to Schaefer.
Okay, first thing I'm going to do is throw away the holy water from Cord, because it couldn't have been that good if the temple was destroyed. Second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cover myself with lard so that I could slide myself home using the jar of farts to propel myself. I get my headband, put it on again. I refill it with the goose. And then I fart my way back to the place, and I finish the wedding. And I wait for my best man to walk out the door, and I hit him in the face with the belt as his punishment.
Merlin cocks an eyebrow, but nods, smiles, can appreciate. As we go to Ireth.
Alrighty,
I'm butchering your name, by the way. I know it, and
It's fine. It's fine. I actually had it called like that before. People say Irith. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. Okay, so she is gonna. So first off, I'm gonna take the tub of Marge, and somehow like stuffs in the jar to make sure none of the smells comes out of the jar, and trying to mix it in a little bit, and I like the give one the golden egg and that the hidden lid and also slides in and quickly shuts the jar before any of the smell comes out. And I'm gonna present it to my best man. I'm like, here's a present for you. And he's like, oh, okay. And once he opens it, he's gonna get the smell. And then with the servant's bells, I whip that jar. And it's gonna possibly gonna with the metal part, it's probably gonna crack, break the glass, and this margarine is probably gonna fall on him. And basically make a big mess, especially with the egg. And with the holy water, I just sprinkle on him and just tell him like, you have been sinning, man. And then just use the rest of the holy water to clean that the drawing on my forehead.
Hey, bro, I need you to go downstairs one more time. I hope I got something.
Merlin smiles, nods. And we go to Pyrrha.
Alrighty, Pyrrha is going to use the tub of Marge, use a little bit of it at first to be able to wipe off the markings off of her forehead. She's going to douse the floor in margarine. She's going to set up a single egg from the hen-laying egg in the center of the room, use the servant's belt to pull a Indiana Jones move to swing herself out of the center of the room, have her best man and the other people that laughed at her go towards the center of the room, sliding on the Marge. She's going to use the fart in the jar like a hand grenade to knock them all out, douse them in holy water so they burn in hell for the rest of eternity, and she's going to leave with the hen-laying egg and have fun, probably in Vegas.
Merlin quirks an eye. Yeah. But
She's
took a certain amount of...
She's 14.
Took a certain amount of enjoyment from it. We are going to go back to Inigo, just because I know he can now talk.
Yes, I am on mobile though, walking my dog, back at my grandma's house. So, what I'm going to do is when I wake up seeing this thing, I'm going to use the holy water to burn this unholy thing off the top of my head. And then I'm going to use the tub of margarine to soothe the pain. I am then going to poke a hole into one of the golden eggs via the prong on the servant's belt buckle. I'm going to poke a hole in it, empty the contents, and then I'm going to fill it with the fart in a jar. I'm going to then recork it using the same piece, and then I'm going to give it to the best man for him to make his breakfast in that morning. And then when he is passed out after opening it from the jar from the fart, I'm then going to use the egg as my new best man.
Merlin nods, smiles, appreciates, waves his hand, dispels the illusion. And Tenning, can you roll me a big red button by a laser trap?
Right.
Nice. This was a reference you guys made recently, but when Merlin claps his hands again, you found you've been possessed by an evil poltergeist who is now dragging you across the ceiling.
Nice.
And your items are...
I'm just picturing the group getting dragged across the ceiling, and it's kind of like they've just got this, oh for God's sake, look on their face, kind of like this shit's old, their heads bumping together, kind of like
I'm
Pictures like cockroaches
sad.
on the ceiling.
I'm sad Michael's not here. Because your first item is Roddy wearing a badass glasses and suit.
not a kilt and a t-shirt that says Roddy.
Nope. Mr. Mr. T's jewelry. An empty Tim Hortons coffee mug. Double F breast implants. And the Tooth Fairy. Oh. And we start with Griffin.
So I'm being dragged across the ceiling by the little girl from Poltergeist, from Exorcist,
Well, you
right?
are possessed. You're possessed by an evil poltergeist, being dragged across the ceiling.
Well, am I really possessed if I'm being
pretty
dragged across the ceiling? Okay. So.
That was the wording.
Okay. So I look at this poltergeist, right? Being dragged across. And I would assume it's the Tooth Fairy that's the poltergeist. So that's how I'm using the Tooth Fairy. So the Tooth Fairy actually dragging me, possessed by the this evil poltergeist. So I'm being dragged across the ceiling by the Tooth Fairy. And, you know, she just needs bigger breasts. I'm sorry. So I take both of them, just slapping them on both sides of her head. Just basically making the Tooth Fairy get motorboated. And I look to Roddy, and I just give him Mr. T's jewelry, so he's that much more badass. And I take the empty Tim Hortons coffee mug, handing it to him, and just point to the Tooth Fairy, saying, "That orphan just drank the last of your Timmies." And I watch Roddy live up to the Orphan Crippler name as it beats this poltergeist out of the Tooth Fairy, continuing to beat the poltergeist to death, as it is the Orphan Crippler. And then I just walk away.
But Merlin laughs, nods. Gives you extra props for giving Roddy Mr. T's jewelry. As we go to Sefri.
Okay, there's only one thing to do. Me, as a Canadian, speaking this, there's only one thing you need to do, and that's roll up the rim to win. So, she's gonna take the Tim Hortons coffee cup.
I couldn't take that from you, by the way. I knew you were gonna go there, so I didn't do. I left it for you because you were next.
Provided it wins, she's gonna basically, tell the poltergeist that's possessed her that it's like, see, all you need to be is favored by the Timmy's gods, and because we have become one together, I mean, you've possessed me, so I have rolled up the roll up the rim to win, and we've won. So if you would like to go and get your free donut or your free coffee, you're more than welcome to do that. But I'll stay here and just hold down the fort, okay? While you go in and get your free coffee, and you have to do it quickly, because the roll up the rim to win does not last very long, and you could increase your chances of actually winning again. And that's all she's gonna do. Would you like me to roll a persuasion?
Sure, go for it.
All right,
let's see if this poltergeist buys this. God, it's getting free coffee. It smiles. It thinks about it. It does. And Merlin chuckles, laughs, and then looks to Allura.
Okay. Allura will put on Mr. T's jewelry. Because there's so much of it, we will drop from the ceiling onto the floor. The impact will cause the poltergeist to be stunned and stop possessing me. You will give the Tooth Fairy Roddy, and Roddy will hurl itself into the Tooth Fairy's, or into the poltergeist's form. And then I'll hand it the Tooth Fairy the empty coffee mug so it can get some more coffee.
Nice. Merlin Merlin smiles, nods, and looks to Ember.
So, Ember hawks Mr. T's jewelry, gaining enough money because there's so much gold to hire out Sev, I need help with the name. Fighter.
Which one?
Were they killed? Hot Rod.
Roddy
Piper.
Yeah, he hires him out, so there's now the tag team of Roddy and Roddy. She stands there as Mr. T turns up looking. As Mr. T turns up looking for his jewelry, and she points kind of to the poltergeist. And while Mr. T and the two rods beat 7 kinds of hell out of the poltergeist, she holds up the empty coffee mug to the Tooth Fairy, who suddenly has had 2 breast implants and is like, "Sup, coffee?" And she goes off on a date with the Tooth Fairy. Well, Roddy, and Mr. T get their jollies.
Merlin nods, smiles. And we go to Schaefer.
Okay, here's what happens. First, I'm going to use Mr. T's jewelry, the double deep breast implants, and I'm going to put them on myself, making it so that I weigh myself down so he can't pick me up. I run away, I sell the Mr. T's jewelry, I sell some teeth to the Tooth Fairy. I buy a car, and I give it to the poltergeist, not knowing that I have Tim Horton's coffee mug in the car, and he ultimately sees his fate.
Merlin nods at the ingenuity, smiles, and we go to... Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. I got food, so...
Where's ours?
Alrighty then. So, I'm gonna take Mr. T's jewelry, swing it around, and somehow knock off the poltergeist thing, and somehow it ricochets and hits my mouth and makes myself lose a tooth. Which will bring in the Tooth Fairy, who somehow said, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna get myself a implant, some breast implants," and comes in with double F implants. And she's carrying the Tim Hortons coffee mug. She's like, "All right, what you want?" And I'm like, "Well, I want something that can defeat this thing." And she gave me Roddy and awesome glasses and suit. I was like, "Okay, cool." So I use Roddy and still Mr. jewelry to beat the poltergeist ass until it gets away from me.
Nice. Merlin smiles, nods, then looks to Pyrrha.
Okay, Pyrrha, being basically a 14-year-old and always eating candy, has a direct line to the Tooth Fairy. So she contacts the Tooth Fairy, gives the double F breast implants to the Tooth Fairy, puts the Mr. T's jewelry on the Tooth Fairy, making basically like a really, really obnoxious-looking Las Vegas hooker. Ends up hooking up the Tooth Fairy with Roddy in the awesome glasses and suit, which now becomes a pimp, and points out
he's his own pimp cane.
Points the pimp cane towards the ghostly apparition, says, "That orphan just stole the last of my Tim Hortons," and everything fades to black.
Except it's a Quentin Tarantino movie, so it fades to red.
But Merlin laughs, smiles, and looks to Inigo.
Alright then, let's see if I can do this justice. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take Roddy and use Roddy to beat the poltergeist out of me. And then I'm going to use Mr. T's chain to summon Mr. T himself in a dark magic ritual. And once Mr. T gets here, I'm going to continuously beat this this poltergeist foolish, and the sheer amount of pity emanating from Dr. T for this poor fool will force this poltergeist to ascend.
Can we at least give him points for saying, "I pity the fool"?
He did.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. And Tenon, we come back to you.
All right. Well, Tenon is going to spread the jewelry around. Among himself, the Tooth Fairy, and Roddy. He'll ask, who, if anyone's interested in the breast implants. If Tooth Fairy would feel good with those, she can have them. And he is going to use his innate Canadian powers to fill the coffee mug with Tim Hortons coffee, because you can never be without coffee. It must always be full. So he will call upon the dark powers of the North and fill the coffee mug. He will drink so much coffee that he will ascend to a higher state of consciousness, at which point everyone will go out clubbing, and he will be on this level, that the poltergeist just can't comprehend, man. He's just he's so one with the universe, man. And yeah, so even if the poltergeist hangs around, it's all good, man.
I'm sensing a theme with how Tenon
solves problems.
Yeah.
You're married to him, and you don't know this yet?
Oh, there's never clubbing opportunities.
You say that.
Uh-huh.
Tenon's just
He friends with Asa.
Tenon's just leaving poor Cinda behind and going to the club all the time.
Well, see, the thing is, he's high all the time. So, it's just how he is. Nobody really.
Yeah, no, I understand.
You'd notice if he was sober.
See, I understand this. I'm wondering how she does
it. She's in denial.
No, he doesn't do drugs anymore. No, my tenant would never.
What do you mean he's not perfect?
No, he's very perfect.
Oh, sweetheart. Oh, you poor child.
Okay. Merlin is there, kind of dancing along, smiles, nods, clicks his fingers, and the illusion fades. Griffin, would you like to press the big red button and the totally not a trap button?
I don't know. I'm still thinking it's a trap. 6.
6. Okay. So, some of you guys have been up to the valley recently, and as Merlin clicks his fingers again, and another illusion reappears. You're ice fishing on a frozen lake. When you all fall in, and the ice refreezes above you. And I need another scribe as you roll me the not a trap.
Alright.
Interesting. So, you have VIP tickets to see One Direction.
Oh, God.
Lindsay Lohan's handbag.
Tenon's getting high again. God damn it.
A severed finger. Loom bands?
What was that?
A what?
Loom bands. They make bracelets.
like rubber bracelets?
Other than snap
Yeah.
bands, the ones you slap on yourself.
Oh, okay. I'll just write rubber bracelet.
And part of the nose from Mount Rushmore. Of a nose from Mount Rushmore, even. And we will start with Sefri.
Oh. Okay, so what scenario do we find ourselves in again?
You're ice fishing on a frozen lake when you all fall in,
Right.
and the ice refreezes above you.
Okay. I will. Oh dear. I will use Lindsay Lohan's handbag first off to keep me afloat for a little bit longer while I use part of the nose from Mount Rushmore to push through the ice. I will, once I've actually made it through the ice again, I will kind of back off just enough where I can actually pick up my fishing gear again, and using a severed finger, I will hook it onto an ice fishing trap and, get a whole bunch of fish again from it. Once I'm done that, I will take all these fish that I have caught and head to the VIP tickets for the One Direction concert, because the rubber bracelets happen to have like a backstage VIP pass that allows me to be Iron Chef Sefre to cook for One Direction.
Nice. Merlin nods, smiles, and we go to Laura.
Laura will offer up the VIP tickets to One Direction, and because of all the many fans and everything, they will break through the ice, tumbling down, allowing her to escape.
Merlin doubly appreciates this plan, due to the fact there are now less One Direction fans in the world.
Well then.
As we go to Ember.
Ember is of the very same mindset, so before she breaks the ice, she swims down and puts the One Direction tickets under the nose of Mount Rushmore at the bottom of the lake, letting the word get out that she has the One Direction tickets. So the rabid fans of One Direction break through the ice. She manages to claw out, beating them back with Lindsay Lohan's handbag, clearing a way out and letting them meet their maker as they dive into the icy cold waters. And she just sits there with the rubber bracelets and pinging them off One Direction fans as they all go like lemmings into the icy depths to their deaths.
Merlin nods, smiles, and then looks to see how Shape is doing.
Okay, so since I've fallen through the ice and I'm underwater, I'm going to use the VIP tickets to cause a temperature difference, because there's no way in hell I'm going there. Let's see. I'm going to notice that there's the nose from Mount Rushmore falling down. I'm going to use the severed finger to make it sneeze and launch me out. And I will hopefully find something that will get me high enough to survive the fall from Lindsay Lohan's handbag.
I'm pretty sure that's a certain you're going to find something to get you high enough for that. Yeah. Merlin nods, smiles, and looks to Aerith.
Alrighty then. So, let's just say that I found Lindsay Lohan's handbag in there. I swim down, picked it up, look inside. There's a severed finger, and VIP VIP tickets to One Direction and a rubber bracelet. I mean, I don't know why she has a separate finger in her handbag, but okay, that's going to use it. So she's gonna and she looks to the left and knows, oh, there's a part of nose from Mount Rushmore. So she puts the so she has schemes a plan. I'm gonna use a. Okay, so for the rubber band, she's gonna put on the rubber bracelets on her wrist for later uses. Puts the separate finger right next to the nose when not sure, and right next to it the VIP tickets. And then she swims up and then uses the rubber band to make a sign, what's it called, Morse code to tell all the fans that are around her. I found some VIP tickets and possibly one of the it's a dead man who actually somehow fell into this water that had VIP tickets, so come get. And as soon as some fans comes rushing in, they probably could break the ice. And then once they break the ice, I'm going to swim myself out and use the rubber bands to actually take off every single one to actually use it to trap their to connect their wrists, and so that they won't try to swim out of there.
Hey, Brennan smiles, nods. We go to Pyrrha.
Pyrrha is going to call forward for the part of the nose of Mount Rushmore. She's going to reach into Lindsay Lohan's handbag, taking out some crack cocaine. She is going to have the nose snort in the crack cocaine, getting high as balls so it'll break through the ice, thinking that there's rainbow-colored squirrels. She will use the severed finger to hitchhike to the One Direction concert, getting into the backstage area with the VIP tickets, selling to the other big fans the rubber bracelets, and then she will leave because the rubber bracelets also have an incendiary device. So after Justin Bieber starts doing his entry song, the rubber bracelets explode into a wave of fire that incinerates everybody that's there.
And because you took out Justin Bieber as well, you get extra points.
Not the Canadian treasure. Oh no.
No, he belongs to you guys now.
No.
Yeah, no. I think Canada has officially given up custody of
You can't.
Bieber.
I'm sorry. The U.S. isn't taking. I'm sorry. The U.S. is not taking in refugees anymore. I'm sorry.
He's not. He's no longer. He's nationless. He's adrift in the void.
Sorry, I can't hear you over the sounds of the deportation police.
Yep.
Okay. Merlin is laughing profusely, and then looks to Inigo.
Alright, what Inigo's going to do. Okay. Out of Lindsay Lohan's bag, he's going to grab one thing, and that is Lindsay Lohan's crack pipe lighter. And then he's going to flip the bag upside down, and an endless amount of bath salts will pour from Lindsay Lohan's handbag, therefore soaking up all of the water. And then he's going to take the lighter, light the One Direction ticket on fire, and then the collective wail of every prepubescent 13-year-old girl, One Direction fan from around the world, will shatter this glass, or will shatter this ice, and then I'll just crawl out.
Dark, severing the hopes and dreams of every
An
prepubescent.
entire generation.
Oh no! I like it. Nod smiles and looks to Tenon.
Alright, well, obviously we know what the first thing he's gonna...
Get high!
Is he looking for drugs?
He's gonna find some psychedelic drugs inside Lindsay Lohan's hat.
The real question is, can Tenon handle all of them?
Yeah,
I don't know.
of course he can.
Probably a con save.
When you
You do have a natural 20 from
This is
Ivy.
true.
Yeah, so I'll definitely use it for that. So because he can handle his drugs. He knows he's cool. He can do this. And then he will use his newfound psychic powers to transport the giant rock nose to above the ice, so that it will fall through and then crack. He will leave the severed finger behind because ew, and the fish can eat it. He'll put on the rubber bracelets, and then he will go to the One Direction concert. He will then sit with the band, because, you know, you're VIP, right? So you get behind the scenes, backstage. So before the concert, he'll go and hang out with them. He will ensure that they all get some psychedelic drugs. And then the concert will be good, because he will encourage them to play, you know, interesting, experimental, different kinds of music, you know, really change it up. Yeah, all covers of maybe covers, or like just experimental jazz, you know, go crazy.
Okay. So
So he's forever changed the face of One Direction.
for the better, and everyone thanks him. I didn't see how this would work. Other nods, smiles. It comes back to Griffin.
Okay. So Griffin's just going to go ahead and nat 20 a strength check to bust through the ice like Wolverine. Just coming out Hugh Jackman-esque. And all of a sudden, as he does it, there's a one severed finger that just flies through the air like he's not quite sure how, but he just shrugs. He's then going to stand on the ice, and he's going to be like, fucking Canada, right? And he opens up Lindsay Lohan's handbag. And what he does, he notices that all the drugs are gone, because apparently Tennant gets to it first. So he pulls out her cell phone. He immediately starts, first he calls up Canadian's treasure, Justin Bieber, and makes sure that he understands he needs to be on this ice right away. Then he calls up One Direction, changing with the VIP tickets. Then there's a brand new thing, we're going to have a festival on the ice. Because you guys were inspired by Justin Bieber, we're going to bring it back to, what Canadian does good, cold weather. So he gets it then. He actually calls up Tim Hortons. He gets Timmy's to sponsor the event. We're just going all out here. Big festival, free tickets. All these people are coming in. And then he finally, he gets the rubber bracelets, and he gives one to Bieber. He gives one to everyone in One Direction. And I mean, and of course, and I'm sorry, but he gives one to Sidney Crosby because I can't stand Sidney Crosby. Make sure Sidney Crosby's there too. So yeah, gets them all in this nice area, and then he grabs Lindsay Lohan's phone number, and because they both were guest stars at SNL, first he calls Lorne Michaels, the producer of Saturday Night Live, and to get Donald Trump's number, and then he calls and says, we need the drone strike. Just break off part of one of the noses of Mount Rushmore, and we have drones fly overhead, dropping the giant nose, destroying Britain's pop band, Canadians' heroes, all into the watery grave, as he just sits down and looks and just shakes his head and walks away.
I think we're murder hobos.
We really are.
I would never get.
Social one-shot murder hobo.
Pretty much. But in laughs, smiles.
How you guys liking it so far, Twitch?
That's Sephry rolling numbers.
Oh, she did. Looks to Michael.
Oh, yes. Nothing.
Who joins us?
Hello.
Yay,
Hello. The greetings.
You missed the Roddy.
Did.
That's what I heard.
So, cool, so you're aware. You were fishing on an ice lake, and the ice broke and you fell through, and then the ice reformed above you. And you have, nope, that's last rounds. VIP tickets to One Direction, Lindsay Lohan's handbag, a severed finger, rubber bracelets, and part of the nose from Mount Rushmore to get out.
Whose nose?
I don't know.
It's important.
Lincoln.
You can choose any one you want.
All right. So I have to break out of this ice on this.
Uh-huh. So far, we've mostly desiccated.
Canada.
And... yeah, pretty much.
I mean, we really went after Canada, even though One Direction is all British.
I know!
Alright, so what do we have from Justin Bieber, or is it just Justin Bieber?
Yeah, I'm taking both out.
Okay.
Tyra did.
So, so One Direction tickets and Justin Bieber?
You can
But-
kill them.
Yeah, they're together. They're together. It's a very, very special show, you know.
Alright. Well, Michael, being the person he is, doesn't know what the hell any of this stuff is. However, he senses an evil presence. Because, you know, good and evil and all that kind of stuff. And he knows it must be Canadian. So, therefore, what he does to get out of this ice lake, he looks above and he sees just a sea of teenage girls. And he holds up the tickets. He watches the girl's face just turn horrified as he starts to rip the tickets apart. The girls start beating on the ice uncontrollably. They find anything they can. They gather together as a group to destroy it. To destroy the ice with the nose from Mount Rushmore. We're going to go with Washington's nose because it's the biggest. And they destroy the ice. Trying to go down and destroy Michael. Michael distracts him and says, "Hey, look over there, Justin Bieber." And he casts silent image and makes a Justin Bieber appear over there. As they run off, he starts stepping on them, climbing out, reaching up, using Lindsay Lohan's handbag to reach above the ice, and pull himself up. A severed finger falling out of the bag because it's Lindsay Lohan. You never know what the fuck she's gonna have in there. And and climbs out of the ice.
Nice. So, I'm a little confused now. Who's rolling next?
It would be Sefri.
He was supposed to.
Zephyr.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I am pushing the big shiny red button.
Push the big shiny red button.
The shiny candy-like button.
No, it essentially just says "Do not touch" on it.
It must be shiny candy.
Do you want to roll me again because we did that one?
No, sir, I don't like it.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
When she goes, oh. That's a good
It's not
sign.
that other one. It's fine. So you guys are having a bit of tidy up. You open the cupboard. You spot a paper lampshade that you don't remember buying. So you just nudge it with your foot. 10,000 deadly wasps come out. Do you want to roll me the not a trap button?
Way to go, Sefri. You get us bees.
Bees?
Bees!
Wasps.
Oh. Let's start with this. 217. A snotty hanky.
Yo.
A prize-winning marrow, as in the vegetable. Play-Doh. A duck whistle again. And a pair of marigolds. Which are, like, ghosts you wear to wash up.
Not the flower?
Nope.
Oh, like rubber gloves?
Yeah. Like
Oh,
rubber
okay.
gloves you use to wash up. We call them marigolds in the UK. So, free rolled. Michael, I'm gonna put you. Oh, I'm gonna leave you there. Who's artist? Who Michael is? Apparently, that's the order I put you.
I'm sorry?
You're up first.
one more time with the list. I'm sorry.
A marrow is like a zucchini.
Michael. Well, first of all, Michael's going to throw that away because he doesn't know what the fuck it is.
So you've got a snotty hanky, the prize-winning marrow, which is the zucchini,
That's been thrown away.
a Play-Doh, a duck whistle, and a pair of marigolds, which are the rubber gloves used for washing up.
Okay.
And
Jesus Christ.
you're trying to avoid 10,000 deadly wasps.
Okay. Well, I'm going to translate WASP in my vernacular now. WASP stands for White Anglo-Saxon Protestants. So, 10,000 pissed off white people coming at him. Got it. First thing he's going to do is he's going to wave the hanky at the white women. And they're just, I mean, they don't like it anyways because it's disgusting and they have, nannies to take care of stuff like that for them. And he's going to go to avoid, put it towards them like, step back, and all that kind of stuff. Of course, he's going to put on the rubber gloves before he does this, so, he doesn't get himself infected because he doesn't know what the hell these are. And, let's see, what haven't I used? I still don't know what the hell that other thing is. I'm going to hand that to them and make them have a discussion about it. And I want them to tell me why, why we should keep this. Whatever that zucchini thing is.
It's a phallic-shaped object.
Perfect. The housewives will love this. All right. So, he's going to show that.
You went there. I'm sorry.
He did.
High five.
All right. So, he's going to show that to the, then he's going to toss that to the, then as he gets past the wives, he's going to throw that back to them. They're all going to be entranced by it. The husbands are all going to look really, really confused. Not, looking down at themselves, looking back at this thing. They can't compete. They know they can't. So, that's how he's going to wade through. He's not going to use the other objects.
Oh.
Merlin laughs, smiles, looks on things, and looks to Allura.
Allura will don the pair of rubber gloves. Use the Play-Doh to make a gigantic Play-Doh shield. Use the duck whistle to call the ducks. This particular form being like a gigantic Tyrannosaurus-sized duck, so we can run away. And then throw the soft hanky and the marrow back at the wasps.
Nice. Merlin nods, laughs, ducks as the massive duck flies over and looks at Ember.
Is Epi asleep?
Epi!
If he is, then he just failed the bet with Nasi. We're only like 7 hours in.
Oh no, he's in mute.
Epi is muted.
No, I'm not asleep.
He says with a yawn.
Just can't work out the mute button.
So Ember uses the Play-Doh to make a giant duck golem. Puts what's the situation again?
10,000 angry wasps.
Oh right, yeah. She puts the pair of marigold on top of the duck. Hollows out the prize-winning marrow, and has it as a carriage on the back of the giant duck, and uses the duck whistle to command the duck to stomp on all the wasps as she sits in comfort, brushing away any wasps that manage to get close by with her rubber gloves.
Merlin nods, smiles, loves the big angry duck, and looks to Schaefer.
I mean, who doesn't like the big angry duck?
Exactly.
Okay, write this down because I have a new character concept. Okay, I use the snotty hanky to lubricate myself so the bees cannot sting me. I wear the gloves for the same purpose. And I also do the same with the Play-Doh. Now, for the marrow, I use it as a negotiation term for when I use my duck whistle to summon the ducks. I have them fight a valiant war of the bees, and then I give them the marrow as their payment.
Merlin nods, smiles, appreciates the negotiation with the ducks, and looks to Ira.
Okay then. So, I'm gonna use the Play-Doh to make myself a fort to make sure that none of the bees try to come towards me. Uses the duck whistle to call them the ducks, and basically commands them to go forward, march on, fight the wasps, and uses has the hanky, and just like throws it at the wasps just to make them angry. That was a bad idea, but it makes things interesting because the ducks will try to swarm around them using their wings to flap at it and basically try to attack it with their wind powers and then snap at it with their beaks. And with pair of a marigold, I'm just gonna use take the marigold with the Mary, and let's just say that it's and make it a little bit sweet, add a little bit of sweetness to it, and throw it at wasps. Hopefully that they'll probably be attracted by the sweetness of the Mary, the marrow, and then if they are attracted to it, the ducks will go up and then just eat the rest of the wasps.
Merlin smiles, nods, and turns his attention to Pyrrha.
Oh, good lord. Okay, Pyrrha is going to take up the Play-Doh. She is going to make a Play-Doh duplicate of Rise. She is going to give him, because he is the number wang, the prize-winning marrow, which she will swing towards the bee's nest. She will use the snotty hanky with the marigold and the duck whistle, making a changed tone of the duck whistle, thereby calling, instead of ducks, she calls kiwis, which Thrud knows quite a bit about. The kiwis come at ground level while the bees come from the air level and end up attacking Rise, while Pyra escapes. And she knows that Merlin will like this, because Merlin likes to torment Rise.
Yes, he does.
Now see, I'm imagining like a legion of just Slade. Just cover... Just a bunch of Slades. Just all over the place.
Merlin taking notes. And he looks to Inigo.
Okay. Let's see what I can do here. Cat, get away.
No.
Okay.
Kittens do not listen.
I'm alert. I wanted to go to my grandma's house and I forgot she had a cat. Damn it. Anyway. So, ducks eat bugs, right? Roughly?
Sure. It's Fantasyverse.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm going to... marrows are like zucchinis. Okay, there's a flower on the plant. The flower is what's used to make perfumes, and wasps are attracted to sweet smells. So what I want to do, I'm going to take the flower, I'm going to douse the nectar of the flower onto a huge glob of Play-Doh. I'm going to throw it onto the floor a distance away, and as the wasps rush to this Play-Doh, they're going to get stuck. And then I'm going to use the duck whistle to call forth a bunch of ducks for feeding time.
Merlin nods, smiles.
And I'm going to take a hanky and blow my nose because of this fucking cap. And then I'll have the snotty hanky. No, and then I'll make it snotty.
And that's how the thing became. Tenin, what's up?
Alright, so Tenon will use wear the gloves, keeps hands clean while he
Does drugs?
He's gonna hollow out the marrow and use that and the Play-Doh to make a bong. He will use the duck whistle to call in some ducks, and we're just gonna hotbox the place, and then the wasps will be too mellow to want to attack. We'll all just chill out.
Nice, nice. Based in science as well. Merlin smiles, nods, looks to Griffin.
Alright. Are you ready for this?
Probably not.
Okay. So, I mean, right away we need to start. I'm running away. I mean, I always have Play-Doh on me, right? I mean, it's a great Hasbro product. Support Hasbro. So just running completely towards away from these wasps. And immediately, I just pop open the can of Play-Doh, and I already have my decoy ready. I put down a full-sized, sculpted, overly French-looking man. It's made completely out of Play-Doh. I then, of course, thinking that he needs to be a little bit, more well-endowed, because, again, sometimes you got to kind of sculpt the marigold in there with the nice sweet smell, and I completely dress up, almost like it, waving the snotty white hanky from the bees, trying to give up as I do, while I blow in the duck whistle because that's about as good as French as I'm gonna get. And I run by my decoy, which they're all attracted to, thinking that it's me because I left the hanky on his face, and I escape the bees.
Nice. Merlin laughs, smiles, looks at Sefri.
Okay. Sefri is going to put on the marigolds, because she will then be picking up that snotty hanky. She read in a book somewhere something about a hitchhiker's guide that, all you really need in life is just a towel. So, not having a towel, the next best thing that she's got is a snotty hanky, which she's going to put on her head. And while she's doing that, she's going to make herself, be sort of as invisible to these bees as possible, and start out of Play-Doh making basically like a honeycomb for them to live in, and she'll put it down, right, and sort of scoot back, to give the bees actually like a house to go to, because of course she had destroyed it initially when she had opened up the cupboard, and she totally didn't mean to.
Are you using the somebody else's problem field?
Yeah, pretty much. She will then call a couple of ducks with the duck whistle.
Are they Canadian geese?
Yes, they will be Canadian geese, because Canadian geese are assholes. Pardon my language. And have them, go to town on these bees while she sort of has a snack, with this prize-winning marrow.
Nice.
It's a snack.
Well,
Alright, Zephyr.
nods, laughs. And Michael, it is your turn to roll.
Somebody roll for me, please. I can't get to my computer.
I got you, Michael. A 5.
Okay. So Merlin dispels the magic, and Jane weaves his magic once again. Final time. And you feel like if you fall asleep, Freddy Krueger is gonna kill you. But you've been awake for 5 days, and you just can't keep your eyes open.
We became Thrud.
Oh, roll me some numbers. If you really want to make it interesting, I could pick the things.
No, go ahead, pick the things.
Yes, please.
Yeah, pick them.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's go with the Canadian geese wielding hatchets.
I look at it's actually one, by the way, because she told me about it beforehand.
What else? Just for Tenon, Lance Armstrong's medicine cabinet.
Oh, he's getting into steroids now.
Hmm. I thought I'd mix it up for him. There'll be something good in here. There is Tassel's knitting.
How does Sindel feel about things shrinking with Tenon?
Hey, steroids aren't his kind of drugs.
They are today.
What was that third one?
Tassel's knitting.
Oh, there is one on here just for Epi. Hang on, let me find it.
Yeah, I know.
We already got Sev's house.
Oh,
Leave that
no,
alone.
you don't. No, Epi, you really didn't.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
Is there any sheep on there?
There is probably sheep on somewhere. Santa's bag of holding. Because clearly that's how he gets presents to everyone.
Santa's sack.
So fine. A displays of kitty eating a raccoon.
Except it's a red panda.
Oh, it was too close. But I will change it to red panda. It's being changed in the list as we
Too
speak.
late. It's canon.
Nope. It's red panda. There you go. Those are your items. And
You forgot a ton of explosives Kimmel won't tell you about.
that is somewhere on the list actually.
It is. I made sure it was.
Nice.
I'm almost tempted to give you 6 items for this one and make that the last one.
Do it.
Do it. So yeah, a ton of explosives Kimmel won't tell you about is your final item. And this is a double point round, people. So, we're going to start with Allura.
Okay.
No pressure, Firefly.
I'm desperately trying not to fall asleep. So, I take some of Tassar's knitting and put it over the Canadian geese wielding hatchets so that they are in little sweaters. And I give them what's in Lance Armstrong's medicine cabinet. And I pull out from Santa's head bag, I pull out some presents so that they can have something to whack at. And the Displacer Kitty eating a red panda and I are going to wait for Freddy Cougar.
Oh, so you're taking Freddy on.
Yeah.
Merlin likes it.
We got the lots of explosives Kimmel's not going to tell us about. I think we stand a chance.
I can see how this could go. Ember.
Places Santa's bag of holding over her head and finds sweet release.
Oh! Ember just gives up.
No! Actually, that's genius. If she put herself in the bag of holding and goes to sleep, as long as someone pulls her out, Freddy Krueger can't get to her in the nightmares. She's on a different plane. She's on a different plane.
Okay. I'll give you that.
High five, Epi. Even though you didn't mean it.
Sometimes the best things are accidents that happen. Kind of like the Kiwis.
Okay, Schaefer.
Okay, so I have the Canadian geese wielding hatchets. I give them Lance Armstrong steroid encrusted medicine bag. I cover myself up in Tazar's knitting as a little cocoon of protection, and then I I've memorized the memory of the geese, so that they'll forever be in my mind. So even if I dream about them, I'll have them defending me while I sleep from Freddy Krueger. I have the Displacer eating a raccoon, and Santa's handbag of holding as the last line of defense.
Nice. Then nods, smiles, looks at Aerith.
Alright, so I'm gonna get the Canadian geese wielding hatchets to, like, like, alright, you guys come forward, yeah, you stand there. They're like in front of me. And then I look at the raccoon, the red panda, I'm like, I'm gonna name you Julon. And not
Immediately
take
does.
Yeah. And takes out not Tasso's knitting, but his knitting needles, and gives it to the red panda as to use them as if it's a quarterstaff or something like that. And then the panda's like, meh. It's just like, alright, I got knitting needles, and uses the knitting to put it on, so just put it over my head. Just like, alright, I'm comfy. And then it's like, hold on, and then notices, oh yeah, there's Santa's bag of holding. Opens it up, pulls out, notices Lance Armstrong's medicine cabinet, and I'm like, oh, steroids. Hey, Julon, here's some steroids. Just like watches this red panda just get buffed. And it's like, alright, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to take Freddy Krueger on.
Berlin laughs, smiles. That is the wrong page. I am on the wrong thing. And then he turns his attention to Pyrrha.
Alrighty, Pyrrha is going to take Santa's bag of holding, put the ton of explosives that Kimmel will never talk about, and she will give them to the Displacer Beast eating the raccoon, and she will take Tassar's knitting, she will douse it with Lance Armstrong's medicine cabinet contents, making Tennant's armor of protection. She will give that armor to the Canadian geese wielding hatchets, turning them into a Canadian Geese Special Forces group that want to know what you're talking about. And then she will send all of them, the kitty and the Special Forces group, against Freddy Krueger, because now I've got something that's better than any creatures in all of D&D.
I'm giving you extra points for inviting the Wrath, and using the word a boot to the Canadians. Inigo, how are you going to deal with this?
Thinking. Okay. Now see, I was going to go with a certain idea, but a certain someone had to steal my idea on accident, Epi. Anyway, I guess what I'll have to do, I'll take the geese wielding hatchets, and then the Displacer kitty, and stand them at the guard at the foot of my bed, and then I'll take a pillow made out of Taysar's knitting, because Taysar's knitting has magical powers. And I firmly believe this, no one will shake me on this. I will then take some special steroids from Lance Armstrong's medicine cabinet to protect me in my dreams. Freddy Krueger won't expect a jacked man. And then I will go to sleep using Taysar's pillow to protect me.
Merlin nods. Appreciates the faith you have in your fellow clerics.
Yes.
And looks to Tennant.
Alright. Tennant is very happy to see his Displacer kitty. She's gonna get all the hugs. He is going to give all of the steroids to Geese. He is going to make a net out of Tassar's knitting and hide it in the bag of holding. He's going to then bring his steroid pumped up geese and his ride his giant displacer kitty into the dreamland, where he will also have the explosives. When Freddy in the bag of holding, when Freddy Krueger comes for him, the geese will attack him. While the geese are attacking him, he will use the knitted net to throw it over Freddy Krueger. Because Team Net. And they will trap Freddy Krueger. He will then take Freddy Krueger with him, wrapped in the net, just bringing him to the proper authorities. And he will set off an explosion in the pocket dimension that Freddy Krueger exists in, and the geese, the cat, and they will all be riding on the back of this Placer cat, and they will jump away from the explosion, all wearing sunglasses and looking extremely badass as they jump away from the explosion, not looking back towards it, of course.
Important fact, that bit.
Yeah, of course.
Merlin nods, appreciative, likes the dramatics, the explosions, and looks at Griffin.
So, alright. First things first. Gonna look at the Canadian geese wielding hatchets, and gonna start getting them all done up on the steroids. We're talking about like dire Canadian geese now. Like, you know how nice and polite like outsiders' view of Canadians are? We've turned them British. Like, they have that sweet accent, but they're just really assholes all the time. So they're Canadians. But they're geese as well. So that's where we're starting off. I'm taking Tassar's knitting. He really tried to knit me just a really nice outfit for Christmas, but he's still learning. So I look much like Freddy Krueger as I torment these geese. So I draw their ire. I then keep hitting the dead raccoon that was killed by the lightning strike, not the displacer beast, with the carcass of the red panda, saying, "God damn it, Zulan, why you keep making me put you near death?" as I hit the displacer beast repeatedly with the red panda, getting it also angry at Freddy Krueger. And then finally, I jump all the clothing into Santa's bag of holding, put on the Jason mask, and take out the machete as we all go to sleep to start a war with Freddy Krueger.
Nice.
But, by the way, my question is, are they now Clockwork Geese?
Yes.
I'm picturing Clockwork Orange geese now. That's brilliant. I love that image.
Merlin and Carrick nod, smile, and look at Zephyr.
Okay, so I totally have to bring out my Canadian A game, eh? So Santa totally always knows what I want. So when I reach into that bag of holding, I pull the scroll of animal friendship, eh? And totally use it on the geese with the hatchets. Also within that the Santa's bag there, I can polymorph those hatchets that they've got and turn them into hockey sticks. So I'm gonna totally take like all the steroids that are in Lance Armstrong's medicine cabinet, eh? Just so that I can rage knit some hockey jerseys for them, and I'm gonna set them all up on this Chesterfield, eh? And the hockey jerseys I'll also rage knit for the displacer kitty that's eating the raccoon, eh? And we'll sit there and wait for Freddy Krueger to show up, and when he does, the battle cry to set these geese against him will be coo-roo-coo-coo-roo-coo-coo. and we will go and attack.
Game on!
Is it not Oh Canada?
No.
No.
Game on!
Game on, eh?
Car!
And,
Game off!
yeah, and as soon as, of course, if there happens to be a car in the street, I'll be sure to be like, car! And we'll all just kind of move off to one side, and let the car go by. And then, of course, we'll get back onto the street as this epic hockey battle totally happens between Freddy Krueger and the geese. Enticing Freddy to come closer so that we, can, shake hands and be friends at the end of the day. But of course, on the way there to do that, Freddy steps on all the explosives that, of course, Kimmel didn't tell us about.
Welcome to
one word,
Wealth.
Kaylin.
Welcome
Kaylin, you
to
forgot one
Canada.
word.
Yes.
Hosers? Hosers?
No.
Yeah, there's
Oh yeah, there's going on there, man.
Hold on. She forgot to apologize. She loses points.
Yes.
Oh, and yeah, there was no sorry.
Oh.
There was no apology.
Yeah. Merlin is still laughing. Still very amused by this as he looks one final time to Michael.
All right. First of all, Michael is impressed with the Canadian version of the Mighty Ducks movie. All right. So here's the deal.
Goddamn
What?
Nazi. Go ahead.
Now, all right. So let's do this. Michael's going to go to sleep because he doesn't give a shit at this point. So he's going to sleep. He's meeting Freddy head on. So here's what's going to happen. So Freddy's going to come in. Michael's going to look at him and notice something. Freddy wears a green and red sweater. It looks kind of burnt and kind of screwed up. So he uses Tassar's knitting to make Freddy a new sweater. Freddy's happy. Freddy's good. He's got it on. He even added an extra little effect to it. He put a little hood on there. So Freddy pulls it up, likes how he looks and all that good stuff. He's not mad anymore. He just wanted the new sweater. So he puts on this new hood. And what do you know? It's got ears like a red panda. So the Displacer Beast looks over. Displacer Beast can only see one color, and you know what that color is. It's red. So he goes and attacks Freddy. While he's attacking Freddy, Michael goes and empties the contents of Lance Armstrong's medicine cabinet. He doesn't give them to the ducks. He doesn't give them to he doesn't give them to the geese. He doesn't give them to the Displacer Beast. He gives them to Freddy. He lets Freddy take. Freddy gets all voided out and just unbelievably pissed. Then he sends the geese to attack. The geese start swiping at him. Michael makes a comment like, all right, now you got 2 strikes, and oh, look, you just lost 1 ball. That's right. So he keeps on going, and he reaches into Santa's bag. He reaches into Santa's bag of holding, and of course, looks for all the good girl and boy gifts. Doesn't see Kimmel because, it's Kimmel. So he looks over, and in Santa's bad bag of holding, he finds the explosives. He sets them all up. He sets them all up around them while the geese are attacking, and Freddy's raging, and it's great. And he blows them all to hell, and then has a barbecue. The end.
Nice. Extra points for the one ball joke.
Thank you.
Merlin laughs, nods, and dispels the illusion. I did promise a winner. He consults with Carrick for a while Huggles counts. Interesting. And he looks to Sefri. We have our illusional winner.
Yay! Thank you!
Little podiums appear for Sefri. Fireworks go off behind her.
Indoors, Griffin runs out. No, the White Snake concert.
Maybe hope the stage doesn't come rising out of the ground.
Does Merlin start performing a concert? Is that how this ends?
Tiberius shows up out of nowhere.
Oh God, no!
Oh, and that is where we will leave you guys. As I go and calculate stuff.
That was awesome.
Do we
Thank
have a
you for the
Ross?
one shot.
What CR is Freddy Krueger, by the way?
I actually have a sheet for him. They did all the old school monster manuals.
How much experience do we get for killing him for a number of times?
You get no XP because you asked for it. It's actually the
I
new
know.
rule.
Oh, is it really?
The record,
I was not
for
told.
the record, I even buffed him up. Come on.
That accent killed me.
Don't you know?
My lord.
I can't believe she
Joey.
I can't believe she didn't lose more points for not apologizing.
Yeah. In case you didn't know, because you probably don't. We play street hockey a lot, so people will just get like, you just have like your hockey sticks and a ball or a puck or whatever, and something, either actual nets or something resembling a net, and you go out in the street and you just play in the street, and then when a car comes, you yell car, game off, and everybody moves everything out of the street. Car goes by. You usually play this on a side street where there's not a lot of cars, and then you yell game on, and then everybody brings the hockey stuff back on the street.
I'm from Maine. We're Canada South.
Yeah,
so
you
yes.
probably do that.
Oh
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, we do
All
that
right.
over here.
All right. So that being said, we're gonna go on break for a few minutes. Twitch. See you in a few.
In a few.
Hey, Twitch.
Huggles?
I don't know. He
I'm
was
checking.
in RP a little bit, but he's gray.
He's not online.
Woo! No, Marcus can't
I get to play a winter.
I can't. Marcus has got to. I'm doing it. I gotta go get dinner. No. Y'all go ahead. No.
You also have my new character.